The birth of Batman didn't happen in a dark alley or atop Gotham's rooftops. It began in a modest room filled with paper sketches and endless ambition in 1939. The world had just met Superman a year earlier, and the booming success of the Man of Steel had publishers scrambling for more heroes. National Comics, now DC Comics, called on Bob Kane, a young cartoonist with a flair for bold ideas, to create the next big sensation. Kane didn't hesitate. He grabbed a pencil, fueled by the excitement of possibilities, and promised his editor he'd have something by Monday. His first sketch was far from the legend we know. It featured a bright red suit, stiff mechanical wings modeled after Leonardo da Vinci's flying machine, and a simple mask. He called it the Batman. The design was flashy, but uninspired. Kane needed more than a name. He needed a soul. Enter Bill Finger, a quiet, brilliant writer with a sharp mind for storytelling. Finger's name wasn't in the headlines, but his creativity would shape history. When Kane showed him the red-suited figure, Finger immediately envisioned something darker. "Lose the red," Finger said. "Make him gray and black. Give him a cowl, not a mask, with long ears like a bat's." He added a flowing cape, scalloped like bat wings and gloves. Kane agreed to the changes, and Batman began to take shape. But a hero isn't just a costume. He needs purpose. Finger crafted the now legendary origin story. Bruce Wayne, a boy from a wealthy family, watches helplessly as a gunman murders his parents in a dark alley. Traumatized, he vows to dedicate his life to fighting crime. Drawing on pulp heroes like the Shadow and Zorro, Finger gave Batman a dual identity: playboy billionaire by day, fearsome avenger by night. He even borrowed from Sherlock Holmes, making Batman a brilliant detective. But the defining symbol came from the image of a bat. Finger remembered a silent film called The Bat Whispers, where a masked villain used the bat as a symbol of terror. Finger imbued Bruce Wayne with that same philosophy. "Criminals are a superstitious, cowardly lot," he wrote. Wayne would become what they feared, a creature of the night. The transformation was complete. The Caped Crusader made his debut in Detective Comics number 27 on May 27, 1939. Batman leapt into action with his signature cowl, cape, and bat emblem, a mysterious vigilante stalking criminals from the shadows. But Batman's earliest adventures were far darker than the character we know today. He carried a gun and had little hesitation about using deadly force. Kane and writer Gardner Fox fleshed out the Batverse, introducing the Batmobile, the utility belt, and the Batcave. Over time, Batman's moral code evolved. The gun disappeared. A vow against killing became his core principle. For decades, Bob Kane alone was credited as Batman's creator. His name appeared in bold letters on every comic. Meanwhile, Bill Finger remained a ghost. He was the man behind Batman's origin, costume, detective skills, and rogues gallery, including iconic villains like the Joker. Yet, no one knew his name. It wasn't until 2015, more than 75 years after Batman's creation and long after Finger's death in 1974, that DC Comics officially recognized his role. After relentless campaigning by historians, fans, and Finger's descendants, the credit finally read, "Batman created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger." The creation of Batman is a story of vision and reinvention. From pulp influences to modern myth, he has endured for generations. Yet, the truth behind his creation remains as layered as the shadows he inhabits. A tale of collaboration, creativity, and a forgotten hero finally brought into the light. Batman was born from tragedy, driven by justice, and shaped by two men, one who gave him form, the other who gave him heart. Together, they unleashed a legend.